Never in my wildest dreams did I imagine a time when I'll witness a towering 7'4" center confidently draining three-pointers from the logo. So you've probably heard about this skyscraper named Victor Wembanyama, right? He's owning the court from downtown to the rim, making people wonder, can a guy this big do all that? Yep, he sure can. And yep, he sure does.
We're labeling like this unicorn thing. Everybody's been a unicorn over the last few years, but he's more like an alien.
He's like the 2K creative player. Every point guard that wants to be 7 foot, cheat code type vibe.
There's not a single rookie who can stand toe-to-toe with him. Victor Wembanyama, the spark that sets off the fireworks, is the top dog in the 2023 NBA draft. There's just nobody who can match his slam dunks, sidesteps, and talent. Or is there?
On the take, Henderson!
Oh my goodness, Scoot Henderson!
Meet Scoot Henderson, the point guard from the G League Ignite squad. Don't let the mild manners fool you. This guy's talent is practically bursting at the seams. He's a wizard with the ball, yet somehow he slips under the media's radar. It's like they almost forgot their glasses at home. Could he steal the thunder from Victor Wembanyama and be the top pick of the draft? Oh, absolutely. Why? Well, Scoot isn't just that guy. He's the guy.
Henderson showing off the handles. Reverse. Finishes over Wembanyama.
In basketball, comparing players in different positions is often like comparing apples to oranges. However, when it comes to these two players, we can't help it. Standing tall at 7 foot 4 inches with an 8 foot wingspan, Victor isn't just your average player. He's a walking wonder, seeming to defy the limits of human growth. And guess what? He's still growing. With his size, he seems equipped to guard all positions on the court, even the center. Now that's something we'd love to see. His young talent is not just making a name for himself, he's defining what the future of basketball could look like. With 2 consecutive wins of the French LNB Pro A Best Young Player Award, his record is already impressive. His stunning debut in the EuroLeague last season further cemented his status as a player to watch. His performance has been consistently extraordinary, averaging 21.6 points, 10.5 rebounds, and 3.1 blocks this season with an impressive shooting accuracy of 47% from the field and 27.5% from the three-point line. The Metropolitans' 92 games have a style similar to the NBA. With the high-intensity gameplay and effective space management, this has allowed him to thrive and grow as a player. In fact, during his 2 appearances in the games with a similar setting to the NBA, he scored an incredible 36 and 37 points, respectively, showcasing his scoring abilities. Given all these factors, it's no wonder Wembanyama is projected as the top pick for the 2023 NBA draft.
Player needs space. He has a combination of things that we have never seen. 7'5", high release point, elevation on his jump shot, quickness, footwork, all of the things that you put into that's the scariest thing that we've ever seen.
His future draws comparison to the legendary LeBron James, who transformed basketball and redefined the forward position. Like King James, Victor is seen as one potential game changer, someone who could redefine the role of the big man in the sport to a whole other level. Scoot, on the other hand, may not have the height of a giant like Wembanyama, but boy, does he move like lightning. Quick as a hiccup, this guy has a basketball brain that's always in overdrive. You'd think he's got a supercomputer inside his head the way he's processing the game at warp speed. Now, Scoot didn't just tumble into basketball greatness. Oh no, this guy had his foot on the gas from the get-go. He hustled through high school faster than his coast-to-coast dunks, and soon found himself ranked as a top point guard and overall prospect in the ESPN Top 100. When it comes to the scoreboard, Scoot sure knows how to make it light up. In his rookie G League season, he knocked out an average 14.3 points, 4.8 rebounds, 4.2 assists, and 1.67 steals per game in only 21 appearances. And he's not just a stats machine. This guy puts on a show. 1 30-point game, 4 20-point games, and 2 double-doubles. He's not just playing. he's toying with players much older than him.
See Scoot getting ready to do a little bit. The Henderson, nice stop on the dot.
This season, he's been on fire, averaging 17.6 points, 5.1 rebounds, and 6.6 assists per game. And he's knocking down shots at a rate of 42.9% from the field and 27.5% from downtown. In basketball, you're only as good as your potential. And for Scoot, the sky's the limit. The experts are already lining up to place their bets on him. With his rapid rise and raw talent, it's clear that he is on a journey to the stars, and he is shoulder to shoulder with Wembanyama for the #1 spot in the NBA draft. Let's face it, Scoot's got what it takes to climb the ladder and sit pretty at the top spot. Why is that? Because he's got something Victor Wembanyama doesn't, an athletic body build like a brick house, and ready to power through the NBA's grueling 82-game schedule. Believe me, having a 7'4" body playing and having the skills of all the superstars in one player is beyond impressive. But this isn't the first time an NBA prospect with the height and size has lost his way in the NBA. Greg Oden and Yao Ming, for example, were extremely talented, but their career was shut down to countless injuries. Joel Embiid, at the start of his career, did not see the court for 2 years because he was thin, slim, and injury-prone. Even Zion, who's one of the biggest prospects and one of the most hyped prospects, is still battling injury, not managing to follow the pace of the NBA due to his size.
But he's rail thin, and then that makes me think of Greg Oden. It makes me think of Sam Bowie. It makes me think of Chet Holmgren, the #2 overall pick in this past June draft that ain't even playing this year because he's out injured.
I'm not saying that Wembanyama will have a similar career, but a player with that size and legs slim like pretzels will have challenges until he gets the size that will dominate the NBA. On the other hand, Scoot Henderson's athletic abilities and size for his position are simply out of this world. He could dribble past the cheetah and slam dunk like he's angry at the rim. Picture Ja Morant and De'Aaron Fox, but on an energy drink. His explosive drives to the basket remind you of a turbocharged Derrick Rose and a rampaging Russell Westbrook. Now, Scoot's not perfect. His three-point game's about as consistent as a snowstorm in July, only 17% in his first G League season. But if he fixes his shot and polishes his decision-making and learns to orchestrate the offense, he'll become a hoop nightmare. And let's not even begin with his defensive potential. His wingspan outstretches his height, and that's downright terrifying. The NBA draft on Friday is stirring up a spicy pot of speculation. All eyes are on the Spurs as everyone believes they'll snag the French superstar as their #1 pick. Slam dunk decision, right? Not if Scoot has anything to say about it. Henderson is glowing with confidence, recently stating in an interview that he is picturing himself in a Spurs jersey. Now, if the Spurs do go all French and pair Wembanyama with their young guns under Coach Greg, they might just create a basketball earthquake. So where does that leave Scoot? In Charlotte, wrestling with LaMelo Ball over the basketball like two dogs with a chew toy? Could this be a headache for the Hornets? Or will they form a dynamic duo? And if Scoot falls to #3 overall, well, the Hornets might as well turn off the arena lights and call it a night, because they'll be reliving the infamous Kid Gilchrist over Lillard and Beal blunder. It'll be a moment that's hard to top, let alone forget. No matter which team they play for, one thing is for certain. If Wembanyama bulks up and dodges injuries, we could witness a player unlike any in NBA history. Likewise, if Scoot can refine his shot, we might just see the evolution of the perfect point guard. The draft may be as unpredictable as shooting stars, but one thing is rock solid. The future of basketball is in good hands, and it's shining brighter than ever.